Countdown is on for America's Thanksgiving parade, Detroit Lions football, and of course turkey. But what's Thanksgiving without pie? And for some pie making tips, we're joined by co-owner of Westview Orchards and Winery, Katrina Roy. Thanks a lot for coming in this morning.
Sure.
So first off, before we get to the little pie making lesson, tell us a little bit about the orchard.
Well, we've been growing apples really since 1813.
It's a good haul.
It's a good haul.
Yeah.
It's a nice stretch. So we love growing. We've got a great area to grow apples, and so apples is really the #1 pie. A little bit easier than pumpkin for folks to challenge and do for the family dinners and things coming up. So instead of, trying to make the fanciest one you can, we're going to do an easy peasy Dutch apple.
All right, easy peasy Dutch apple. Okay,
Easy
so if
peasy.
I'm making this pie at home, walk me through what I want. Now,
Sure.
Can I buy the crust in the store?
You can buy the crust in the store. These are frozen, so you just bring them out a few minutes before you want to get started. You might as well preheat your oven already to 400.
400.
That's preheat is 400.
Okay.
And then what I'm doing is called pricking.
Sounds fun, yeah.
I don't know if that got bleeped out. Anyway, so you're pricking the bottom so when it bakes, it doesn't kind of bubble up. You want it to lay flat and cook evenly, and then the apples are going to cook on top of that. So I've already sliced some Northern Spy, the most popular apple for pies.
Northern Spy. So it
Northern
actually
Spice.
depends what apple you use for. Is it consistency, taste? Why are you using the Northern Spy?
Because they hold up when you bake them.
Okay.
So you don't want things to, like you slice them, you put them in there, you don't want to cut into it and you have applesauce.
I see.
So
So
you want them to hold their shape.
They're firm.
Yep,
Yeah.
they are firm. And some people believe in mixing varieties. I'm not that complicated. I just want one variety. When I put my knife in there to check if it's done, I want to know it's one variety.
Okay.
I'm not that smart. So I just stick with one variety, and so people can do the pie. And then we're going to just do, we've got 3/4 cup of flour, 3/4 cup brown sugar, and then I just threw in some oatmeal. You want some little texture and some crunchiness.
And just layer that on top?
Yes, yes. The apples you would want to, if I had done it fresh, I would be compacting them down a little bit. When it comes to the topping, just kind of spread it around a little bit. Usually I use my handy dandy fork again.
No, I think
And then
everyone's
I
got one of
just-
those.
Yeah. So then we just go and kind of spread it around. We're not going to pack it down, otherwise you end up with a cement topping.
Keep it
down.
loose.
Keep
Okay.
it loose. Then this goes in the oven at 400 degrees, then turn it immediately down to 350.
As soon as you put it in, you're turning it down.
Turning it down, 350, and then you're going to start checking it about 45 minutes. Another trick is either you want to put it on a cookie sheet, or I usually take aluminum foil and just kind of make a pretend tray. Because sometimes things bubble over, you don't want to mess. It just does better when it's on something. Then after about 45 minutes, plus or minus, then you have your finished product.
Beautiful pie. Yeah,
Feel it's warm too.
Oh, that is still warm.
pie.
You got that out of the
pie.
oven just recently,
Yeah,
huh?
Yeah. Another trick too is sometimes people will, I'm going to do this in the morning. You want warm pie, preheat your oven 350, then put your pie in, turn the oven off, enjoy dinner. By the time you're ready for dessert, it'll be nice and warm.
Yeah, because you have to let it cool for a little bit, don't you?
Just a little bit.
Okay.
Just a little bit, not too long.
Not too long.
Just not
All
too
right,
long,
well, that's
no.
good. I've always seen,
Or
pictures
somebody will
of
be getting into it.
the pie cooling by the windowsill
Yeah,
there.
yeah, yes.
Now, of
No.
course, if you're a little more less traditional, you don't have to do pie. Tell us about some of the great donuts you have down here.
Yeah. So, you're going to have a variety of people that come to your home. So some are going to be pie people and some are just going to be grab and go. So we have a variety of our donuts from our traditional cider mill with cinnamon sugar. We have our apple donut, so it's an apple-based donut, and then we have caramel on it, so that's our caramel apple donut. We have our carrot cake donuts.
Never had a carrot cake donut.
With cream cheese.
You're living on the
and
edge.
I know, if you feel this, well, feel how it's
Whoa.
not. Yeah.
That's
It's a surprise because they put a lot of they put too much frosting on. So
never too much.
There's never too much,
too
but
much.
it's really good. And then we've got our pumpkin for the traditional time of year, and then with a nice glaze on it, that goes real well too.
Yeah, and I know you're real passionate about the apples. Talk about apples in Michigan, how they
Sure.
really go hand in hand.
Yeah, Michigan is really a great state for apples and growing apples. We are #2 in the U.S. #3, we kind of trade with New York State. So we are great apple producers. So all those pies that go across the states and country, that's made from Michigan, a lot of them. And we are also called the variety state because we grow more varieties than any other state.
Impressive.
So we grow somewhere around 75 to 100 different kinds. So pretty cool. You know, we have apples starting in August, and then the varieties change as we get to the fall ones. We've got Spies, we have your Brayburns, I've got Ida Reds here. All are great eating and cooking apples. So you like it a little tart and a little sweetness is in there. These are the apples to go for. And when you're done eating, you can make pie, make sauce, do all kinds of things with them.
So versatile, that apple. I can't
Versatile.
wait to go home and cook this up, Katrina.
Yes,
Thanks a lot.
yes.
Hey, easy making pie tricks, and I'm glad you came in to show us all about
Yes.
that.
Oh, great. Good, good.